Hi, I'm Dave Baker, all-around nice guy and world-famous novelist of anthropomorphic furniture books. If you would like to read some of those, you can find them on the internet. You can't find them on the internet, but what you can find is this video where I'm going to talk with you about some comic books that I read, because I read Secret Wars, Battleworld, Star Wars, Island, and Birthright. I'll see you on the other side of the bumper. First up this week, Marvel's Secret Wars #5, their mega universe redefining crossover, written by Jonathan Hickman, illustrated by Asad Ribic. This book is just kicking my ass. I love this book. Up until this point, it's been really twisty, turny plot, intrigue, crazy shit happening. And this one is kind of slows down, and it's a little bit more character based, and you follow Doom after having killed a major character, walking around and basically talking to people for a large portion of the book, and then there's a reveal that a certain character may have helped him kind of build Battleworld that we didn't know about. And both of these things were really cool. I really enjoyed the kind of breather that this issue had. I think a lot of people didn't love it as much as the other ones just because it wasn't as breakneck crazy, like action, 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 but I really liked it. I really thought it was great. The only thing I would say that's a little weird is that there's a scene where they like do a photostat of Doom from another issue where they just like copied and pasted him, and I don't know if that's because Asad Ribic didn't want to draw or did draw it and they asked for changes. I don't know. Marvel, what's the story there? I want to know what the story behind that story is. Anyway, Secret Wars #5 is great. You should read it. Next up this week, Marvel's Star Wars #8, written by Jason Aaron and drawn by Stuart Immonen. This is the first issue back from our kind of little hiatus. We had a one-shot, which was issue 7, about doing stuff on Tatooine with Ben Kenobi, kind of a standalone, little him waiting there for Luke to grow up, hopefully to train him. And this is now, we're back in the main plot line where Luke is trying to figure out how to be a Jedi, and Leia and Han are trapped on this planet with Han's wife? What? He has a wife? Maybe not. That was the kind of takeaway of this book, is that Leia and Han and Sana, Han's maybe wife, maybe not, are in this big three-way argument, and Han keeps saying she's not my wife. So we'll see what that means. Internet, you can now calm down from a couple weeks ago when you were shitting yourself over the fact that Han Solo had a wife. This book is great. I love the fact that Stuart Immonen can really draw these people. Like, not even just like, it looks like the actors, but it looks like Han Solo, and it looks like Princess Leia. It's crazy. I really, really dig it. You should check it out. Star Wars #8. Next up this week, one of my favorite books on the market right now, Birthright, issue #10, written by Joshua Williamson and drawn by Andre Bresson. This book is kind of like a perverted version of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe set in modern day America. It's basically everything the Masters of the Universe movie wanted to be, but amazing, and if it was a TV show on HBO. I love it. This issue specifically sees a big reveal that one of the characters is being groomed to be a host for an evil, mystical overlord from another dimension, which was super crazy, and that one of the characters that we thought was kind of possessed actually isn't possessed and has willingly been conscripted into this evil horde. Both of these things, for me personally, were like, what's happening? So Joshua Williamson has me hook, line, and sinker. I think this book is super fun, and I wish more people were talking about it. I think it's great, and if you like Masters of the Universe, HBO TV shows, and or just good comics, you should be reading it. Birthright #10. Next up this week, Island #2, brought to you by Brandon Graham, Emma Rios, Simon Roy, and Ludrow. This book is great. If you're not reading it, you really should be. It's a unique format where basically you get a whole trade paperback every month. It's like 100 pages, and you only have to pay $7 for it, and it's produced by some of the coolest indie comic book creators working right now. Image puts it out. It's put together by Brandon Graham and Emma Rios, and a bunch of people have cool stories in it. Ludrow has this really rad comic called Dagger-Proof Mummy about a skateboarding mummy who's literally stab-proof. You can't stab him. You can't. Simon Roy's comic Habitat, which is this kind of weird post-apocalyptic story that takes place on a space station, is really, really rad. Super high panel count, lots of cool character world-building stuff. I really dug it. Emma Rios has a book in there called ID about people switching identities, which I'm not as big on, which is kind of strange because I love Emma Rios and I want to like it, but I'm kind of confused where the story is right now. Regardless, though, the format is so cool that you should be supporting it just for that, let alone, like, Eisner Award-winning fucking creators that you should be reading anyway. So if you're not reading Island #2, you should be. Pick up Island #3 or 4 or whenever you see it, because it's great and it's cheap. It's like $8 and you get like 4 comics. It's great. Island #2. Last up this week, we have Secret Wars Battleworld number 4. Main story is drawn by James Stokoe, follows Silver Surfer in this kind of Mediterranean world where he has to hunt and scavenge for food, so he kills this giant alligator named Fing Fang Foom, cuts him up along with the help of the Juggernaut, who's wearing a lion's head for a helmet, which is really cool, kind of like Hercules. The book is super fun, well-paced. There's some weird Galactus stuff, because it's Surfer, you can't have a good Surfer story without Galactus. I really dug it. Came out last week, but I'm talking about it this week because I missed it last week because I'm an idiot. So if you missed it last week, you should go buy it because it's great. Also, I'm sorry about the Peter David backup. It's not very good. I'm not recommending that. I'm just recommending the James Stokoe stuff. So, Stokoe. I'm Dave Baker. Those are the comic books that I read this week. If you'd like to subscribe to our channel, that'd be much appreciated. If you'd like to read comics that I write, you can find them at theactionhospital.com because either way, you'll stay up to date with the stuff I do. Because then you'll be like we're friends, but through the internet, and I won't know you, but you'll know me. Which is kind of creepy, but you know, whatever. It's cool. Don't make it weird, bro. Just don't make it weird.